Good evening, Australia. Welcome to another episode of Daniel's Wacky Weather. Hosted by D's Fishing. So if this is your first time joining, welcome. I do this little weather report every week. It's just an overcap of Australia, all the major capital cities, to just let you know the best places that I find will be the best chances of getting out and having a fish over the weekend. Just do a bit of research, you know, just put things together like the moon tides, the tide times, the sunrise, sunset, that kind of stuff, when the full moon is, when there's a new moon, you know, all this stuff just keeps the fish a little bit active. So I put it all together in this little snippet. If you would like to receive a hard copy of it instead of seeing my ugly face each week, just go to my website. That's www.dsfishing.com.au, and right down the bottom you'll see a subscription bar. Just put your email address in there, and yeah, you'll receive, you know, a graph, easy to read, table form weather report. So you've got your sunrises, your sunsets, your tide times, and just a basic weather report. So you've got your highs and your lows, max wind, and your percent of rain and how much it will rain in the city that you live. So yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? So this week, for the 17th to the 19th of May, it's looking pretty good all Australia wide with the full moon. So we've got the full moon on the Saturday. Now the full moon usually brings about a lot of activity by the fish. So it just makes them that little bit more active and gets them on the bite, especially the bigger ones. Not the same for jewfish. Jewfish usually hide away during the full moon, but give or take, depending on the area, depending on how murky the water is. If it's overcast, yeah, you know, you might still be in a chance to catch one of them. But plenty of other fish in the ocean. But this weekend on Saturday, it's looking pretty good. So in Brisbane, it's going to be pretty bad weather. 60% chance of rain all weekend. 1 to 5 mil predicted. Max temp of 24 degrees, dropping down to 15 degrees overnight. Winds will be topping 22.4 kilometres south-southeasterlies on the Friday, and the water temp is still around your 25 degrees Celsius. I would say the best time to go fishing, if you're willing to brave the weather, like the wind and the rain, will be Saturday night. So you've got the full moon rising at 4:50, you've got the sun setting at 5 p.m, and the low tide will be at 3:15 p.m. So any time between 2 and 7, I would say, beautiful fishing times. Try to find, you know, a sheltered spot that Saturday afternoon. Tweed heads this weekend is looking a lot like Brisbane. So you've got, again, the best time will be Saturday afternoon with the full moon, the low tide, and the sunset. That will keep the fish very active. High tide will be about 8:20. So between, you know, I would say between 2 and 9 or 10, any time between them will be your best possible chance of getting the fish. Water temps around at 24 degrees, 65% chance of 1 to 5 mil of rain all weekend. So don't forget your brollies, yeah? You don't want to get wet and get sick, not this time of year. Sydney is looking like a much better weekend for fishing. Last weekend it was pretty wet down in Sydney. So you've got a high of 23 all weekend, dropping down to 13 degrees overnight. You've only got a 10% chance of 0 to 1 mil of rain. So it's looking pretty good in Sydney so far. 21.4 degree water temps. Either day, either morning or afternoon, Saturday or Sunday, will be your best chance. But once again, that Saturday afternoon, I think, will be that prime time to get out there and give it a go. Melbourne this weekend. Melbourne is going to be a cold one. Now, obviously, you know, you Melbourneites down there, you're used to the cold. But it's starting to get that little bit chilly for you down there. Only reaching 21 degrees on the Sunday and dropping down to 7 degrees overnight. So make sure you put that double duvet on. 0% chance of rain all weekend with possible showers on the Sunday. Winds are moderate, only picking up on Sunday with wind gusts of 20 kilometres an hour. Water temps have dropped to about 17.2 degrees Celsius, with high tide in the afternoon around 2:30 p.m. So once again, this will be your best time that Saturday afternoon from about 1 to 7. This will be your best chance of getting out there and getting the fish with the moonrise, the sunset, and your high tide being at 2:30. Cairns this weekend is looking to be a wet one. 95% chance of rain all weekend, between that 5 and 10 mil as well. So Saturday and Sunday are going to be pretty wet days for you, unfortunately. Might be a good weekend to clean out the tackle box or practice your casting or practice your knots. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with staying at home. If you are willing to brave the weather, but once again, that Saturday afternoon will be your best possible chance. So get out there, you know, if you've got a nice raincoat, chuck that over the top, take a brolly with you. And yeah, sometimes, you know, fishing in the rain, you get the best possible fish. So if you're willing to brave it, you know, by all means, give it a go. Hobart this weekend. Hobart will have a 0% chance of rain, so it's looking pretty good. But there are possible chances of showers Saturday afternoon. Low winds only reaching low winds reaching only 11.5 degrees kilometers an hour. West northwesterlies. Water temp sitting at around 15 degrees Celsius. High tide in the morning around 8 and low tide about lunchtime. Early morning or late afternoon will be your best chances of getting out and about for a fish. So around the 8 o'clock in the morning, and once again about that 7 to 8 o'clock at night with the moon and everything else. So Perth this weekend. Perth is looking to be another scorcher of a weekend, stunner of a weekend, sorry. Max wind gust will be 23.5 kilometers an hour northerlies, unfortunately. So if you can find a sheltered rock face or something like that, sheltered mangrove area that you want to be fishing in, if you're getting out on the boat or the kayak, that will be your chance. 0% chance of rain with possible showers in the afternoon on Sunday. Full moon once again will be rising at 5:15 p.m. with the sun setting at 5:30 p.m. This will be your best chance, and low tide will be at 8:30 at night. So get out between that 4 and that 9. I believe this will be your best possible chance of catching a fish. Water temps down in over in Perth, sorry, will be 20.6 degrees Celsius. So I hope you've enjoyed another, almost forgot. This week again, I'm going to put up Luke_what90-101, I think his Instagram tag is. He's been catching some beautiful barra up there, so I'll put another photo up here of him. Yeah, absolutely, he's been smashing on the barra lately. So yeah, I'm going to put up a couple more photos of him here. I know I put him up last week, but yeah, he's just been catching some beautiful fish lately. So if you've got any photos that you would like to send in of you catching fish or you holding a fish, just send them in. I'm more than willing to post them up on here for you. Go in the running to, you know, have your photo featured on my news report, my weather report every weekend. And to cap it off, some exciting news. I'm actually going to be at the 2019 Lure Fishing Expo. That's held at the Beenleigh Showgrounds. If you want any more information, I'll leave the link down below there. Obviously, I'm going to be putting up a lot more information about it as the time comes along. So that's from the 31st to the 1st of June, 31st of May to the 1st of June. So come say hello, come shake my hand, come ask me some questions, come have a look at the other stores. This is my first year that I'm going to be there. So yeah, I hope to see you all there. I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bar so you get a notification every week from when I post this, so you know you can plan your weekend ahead. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Daniel, and you stay great, Australia.